because I don't, and I had the conversation with them about these kids had this, and whether or not we just start adding so much to them about solving equations that it just fell off the bottom. But when I was reading these things, I was like, oh my goodness, they do know, they got it, but it left. I don't know where it went. So anyway, the big ideas were apply understanding of fractions and fraction models to develop fluency with addition and subtraction of fractions with unlike denominators. And this brings in the equivalence and operations with fractions, because they kind of need, well, our way of thinking is to have equivalence, common denominators with the equivalence, and doing the operations with the fractions. And then this one almost made me fall out the floor.
Can y'all see? Do y'all want to shift this one? No? Yes? Go ahead. Take them off like possible.
You can get front. Sorry.
We're shifting. Okay. We're moving.
You can come in front.
All right.
Using the meaning of fractions, which, like I said, if I say the word fraction, my kids are like, what? I don't know what that is. So using the meaning of fractions totally threw me off. And the relationship between multiplying and dividing to explain why the procedures make sense for multiplying and dividing fractions was what the end of that was. And that was just huge, because they can't right now, the ones I have, I can't wait to get the ones that do, but use that relationship to explain why it makes sense. I mean, you guys know they can't do it well, so much less explain why it makes sense, because it doesn't make sense to them. And so this is just very exciting to see this coming my way, you know. And that just blew me out of the water. And that was the operations with fractions right here. And so they've taken the addition and subtraction here, and they're becoming fluent with it. And they're building on, because this brought up multiplication with a whole number, and now they're going to do it with two fractions. And they're going to bring in some division. And then this one, integrate the relationships between decimals and fractions into the place value system. Again, that's huge, and breaking it down into its different parts and what each one of these represents. 3 100s, 4 10s, 7 1s, 3 1/10ths.
Yes.
That is lost so much, that vocabulary, and I do it. I'll say 347.392, and that is not correct. So I've fostered it myself, but it starts really here with that building of that. And to us, we kind of thought this built in the part to whole, and maybe some of the like partitioning, when because you can use a number line to do this and to find where those things go on that number line, and talk about their decimal representation and their fractional representation.
Yeehaw. Do y'all see